2026 is 2016. There's so many memes about that. That's what news reports are saying, that 2026 is the new 2016 according to news reports. I don't understand. I saw that Instagram. What does that mean anyway? People are feeling nostalgic about 2016? And the news report saying that 2016 is a really big year for society. Yep, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, Captain America Civil War was #1 hit in the box office. Remember that movie where they're fighting each other at the airport in Germany? Don't you think the German army will be, and the police will be like, what the hell are you guys doing? Don't fight each other. You can watch it on Disney Plus. I haven't seen that movie in so many years. I kind of gave up on it. Yeah, sometimes 2016 movies are not very good anyways. What was the best movie of 2016 to be honest? Was it Finding Dory? Or was it Hacksaw Ridge? Have you guys ever seen the movie Hacksaw Ridge? It's a movie about a Virginia guy who refused to use a gun in combat who works as a medic during the Battle of Okinawa. How do I know this shit? Call of Duty World at War, of course, I used to play many years ago. It's kind of weird to decide to turn a level in the video game into a movie about a guy who can't use a gun. It's played by Spider-Man, not Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield. He's a good actor, isn't he? Speaking of which, what do you guys think about the movie Finding Dory? Seriously, why does Finding Nemo need a sequel anyway? I thought Finding Nemo ended, and they made a sequel about a very annoying fish character. Seriously, why does Pixar need a freaking sequel to an annoying fish anyway? I don't freaking know. But Finding Dory is not as good as the other one in my opinion. I haven't seen the previous Finding Nemo movie in a really long time, since when I was 7 or 8 years old, when I first saw that movie. So guys, can you comment below? What type of things do you remember back in 2016? What type of popular songs they had back then? I don't remember any pop songs in 2016 because I don't listen to pop music. Back in those days, movies were kind of like very addictive. Yeah, because movies were getting better back in that time. There was a movie called The Siege of Djibouti. It's an Irish movie about peacekeeping soldiers in the Congo that takes place in the 1960s. It's a Netflix movie, of course. Speaking of which, there was a Netflix TV series about the 1916 uprising in Ireland. I never seen it before, but 2016 was a big year from Ireland where the Irish are celebrating 100 years of their independence. Have you guys heard of that? Pretty cool, isn't it? That was my first time going to Ireland since when I was a toddler. It was a really fun place to visit. They have so many cool stuff. Ireland's a lot better than England in my opinion. I'm trying to remember what else do I remember in 2016. That's when Donald Trump was elected as president during the presidential election between Trump and Hillary Clinton. Do you remember those YouTube videos where a lot of people were making parodies of Donald Trump? Like NBC shows, like talk shows are making fun of him? Donald Trump became a subject for laughter. Yeah, I mean for fun. Like people making fun of him on social media because they don't like his policies. Nowadays, lots of people are still making fun of Trump. And Trump is, at the time when Trump is about to become president, his plan is to build a wall between Mexico and the United States. But he never did. During his presidency this time of year, he sent the ICE guys to arrest illegal immigrants instead of building a wall to block the Mexicans out. And he plans to put like tags on Muslims living in the United States. Kind of like the Jewish people during the Holocaust during World War II. A lot of people are comparing Donald Trump to the Austrian painter who was the leader of Germany during World War II. That's what people were talking about back in 2016. That a lot of American people are scared of him. YouTubers are scared of him, of course. Do I have any friends in 2016? Well, just a few, but I always had dreams of meeting the British girl in person, which I never did, because I can't go to the United Kingdom or the Isle of Man or London because those places are very expensive. Instead, I have to stay in Las Vegas, Nevada for the entire year, and there's nobody even living in Las Vegas anyway. During my preschool years, I never had a single friend in Las Vegas. In my elementary school years, no friends in Vegas. My education is really poor. Don't mind me. Why is my education poor? That's a good question. Because of Tom's the Tank Engine, they only teach you about trains, not people. When you watch Arthur show, it teaches you about friendship, but that's for 8-year-old kids. I'm not 8 years old anymore. If I were 8 years old, I'll definitely watch it, but somebody in my house is watching it. A girl. How stupid is that? Don't you think Arthur is a boy TV show for God's sakes? In 2016, they have this one big sporting event called the Olympics that happened in Brazil. Did it actually happen? I never watched it. YouTube did not talk about it. They were only talking about Trump. What the hell? I kind of missed the event. In 2024, during the election between Joe Biden and Trump, they were talking about the Olympics on the internet, like the Paris Olympics became really popular. Because Paris is a very popular city, and it's for girls. How disgusting. I did go to Paris back in 2016, on January. It was a lot of fun, especially how we went to that Army Museum in Paris, where they have Napoleon's tomb. It was a very cool place to visit. If you're tired of living in Las Vegas, as there's no military museums around here, in Paris they have a military museum I did not know existed. As a 9-year-old kid, I would love to go there because I love army men. I do understand army stuff as a 9-year-old kid, but I never learned history. By playing video games, that's a great way to teach you history. Or maybe movies or TV shows whatsoever. But television shows and movies are not my property, they belong to somebody else. In 2016, I enjoy watching that British girl traveling all sorts of cool places. She went to Dubai, she went to Venice, she went to all sorts of cool places. Why can't I have adventures like her? The only adventures I have is going to college, doing all sorts of crap schoolwork and stuff like that. And meeting ugly old people that look like trolls and goblins and fairy tales. But the girls are charming though, but the boys, no, they were ugly and old. They were like monsters and fairy tales. I wish I had a sword to kill them. Just like in fairy tales, they want to eat you up. Isn't that scary? Do they look like ogres and trolls in fairy tales? I never watched any fairy tales in my lifetime, but that's how I imagine fairy tales in my head. And my life in 2016 is nothing but stupid schoolwork, and I'm still doing it this year. This is stupid. I thought I would become rich and famous back then. I never did, because I had to do crap for school. Oh, God. The United States of America celebrated its 240th birthday in 2016, but nobody really talked about political stuff on the internet, well, except Donald Trump. That's a person that celebrated 240 years of America's independence. It was kind of like a war of independence, liberation for Barack Obama, and the presidency of Donald Trump to make America great again, to kick out the Democrats out of office. So 2016 was like a big year for politics. But they also have sports like the Olympic Games in Brazil, which I did not know had happened. It's also a big year for movies. With how the shows they have on TV back in 2016, well, that's a good question. I don't think they have any popular TV shows. Well, Stranger Things is a new TV show that came out. It's about scary stuff. Game of Thrones is our popular show too. You know, about the medieval times. And the most popular movies in 2016 are Zootopia, Captain America Civil War, Hacksaw Ridge. Anything else? I can't remember other films that are very popular. What about Independence Day Resurgence? Kind of like the introduction of Independence Day for a new generation of people. They came back 20 years later. Isn't that crazy that Independence Day decided to do a sequel? But the second movie is not as good as the first movie, in my opinion. Well, that is my review of 2016 to you people, so for you guys to understand what 2016 is all about, so that I witnessed it back then.